I think one of the myths we need to get off the table right away is we sell our homes at market value. Mm-hmm. So we're not affecting anybody's home prices when we build in your community. In fact, we're probably helping you because we're getting something more on the tax roll. We're getting, effective, not effective, but responsible homeowners. And they've gone through a 12 to 18 month program with us. Mm-hmm. We have a fabulous partnership with Security Federal Bank, who does all of our financial counseling for everyone. Yep, so they've spent all of this time working with a financial counselor to get themselves ready for homeownership.
Listeners, this is Season 2, Episode 8 of the Market Shakers podcast. And to my left, off camera, you have Bernadette Kelleher and Will McCraney, two incredible people doing incredible things for the Augusta chapter of Habitat for Humanity. The episode is live right now, where you're going to learn all sorts of things, how to donate, how to get involved, all the good they're doing, all the exciting stuff coming in 2025. Listen now. And we are live back with episode, Grant, was it Season 2, Episode 8? Episode 8? Episode 8. Excellent. We are here with two very exciting guests. Be a little bit of a different episode. It's still real estate centric because they're making an incredible impact in home ownership here in Augusta, the CSRA. Right across from me is the Bernadette Kelleher. You're just never making it easy for me.
You're welcome.
CEO of the Augusta chapter for Habitat for Humanity. And then right next to her is going to be the longtime Augusta native, one of the best musicians here, not magician, musician here in the CSRA, Will McCraney, the director of business development for the same organization.
What's happening, Matt?
How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Excellent. Good. So, introduce yourselves. Tell us a little about who you are.
Sure. Will McCraney, born and raised here in Augusta, Georgia. Took about an 8-year stint to New York City, and I've been back for a little bit over that amount of time. And I've been with Augusta CSRA Habitat for Humanity for coming up on 6 months now. Loving every bit of it and loving the opportunity to make a positive impact in our community on a day-to-day basis.
Excellent. And you are a lover of cats, especially those that hang around bodegas.
Yes, definitely a cat friend. So
yeah, I love it. Bernadette.
Sure. So Bernadette Kelleher, pronounced Kelleher.
Kelleher.
I got there. And I'm the CEO of Augusta Habitat for Humanity. I am coming up on 2 years with the organization and kind of lived all over the world and really enjoyed that. And like Will, super excited about what's coming down the pike for Augusta Habitat and the impact that we're making in our community.
Excellent. And I met you through Leadership Augusta 3 years ago now. Wow.
Yeah. Right.
I knew that you grew up in Italy.
Right.
Okay, where else?
I went to high school there.
High school.
Yeah. So I went to high school in Italy. I lived in Saudi Arabia, originally from the D.C. area. Consider myself a New Yorker because I've lived there a long time. Also lived in L.A. for a super long time. And now I'm here in Augusta.
I love it. And so, okay. So while we're here, Habitat for Humanity, we may be promoting Build the Band coming up in 2025. What's the date for that again?
It is the first Saturday after Father's Day. I think it's June 20th or June 21st.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you didn't go to Build a Band last year, it was incredible.
So
very,
much fun.
Very good event. Raised a bunch of money. Really cool concept, by the way. What is the concept? Tell me more about the concept.
So again, to clarify, it will be Saturday, June 21st at the Miller Theater. The concept is basically bringing some of the, best and brightest musicians in the area, having band leaders selected, and then they are assigned a band that they have never really played with. So the idea is, some musicians are going to cross paths, but never in this core unit. So they have to put together a set, go out. It's voted on by a panel of judges, local celebrity types, and crowd votes. And if they win their first round, they come back for a finals round, and winner takes all, baby.
Winner takes all. What did the winner win last year?
Well, I might know that.
I think we had a little belt
since
for him.
Will's band won.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Well, we won the opportunity to go back and perform again at the Miller. So
you won 2 tickets to the Miller Theater. Any event you'd like to go to.
There is that.
Yes.
So I think I've already cashed that chip a few times. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David Watts.
Excellent, excellent. And this is all, once again, this is a big fundraiser for the organization, for Habitat,
It
and the
is,
good
yeah.
that you guys do. And we have some lofty ambitions we're going to be accomplishing in 2025 and beyond.
We do. We really, as an organization and affiliate, have designed what our goals are going to be moving forward. And so we love that we build single family homes, but we're going to be looking to do a little bit more and have a little bit more of an impact in our communities. So we're working with various partners. Um, the program for Habitat isn't just, right, and this is where the education piece comes in. We don't just give homes away to people. They have to go through a 12 to 18 month program with us to qualify for the house, and they have to be within certain HUD income limits. Um, and so one of the pieces of the program is the educational component. And we are, as an affiliate, focused on education. So we build homes, but I think our motto is we build homes, communities, and hope. And we were building the homes, but we needed to really and that has an impact on the community. So I don't want to downplay that. But we were really looking at how can we make a bigger impact on the community? And if we do those two things right, then the hope will come with it. So when I got here, one of the first initiatives I took was to focus on education. And so we are the first Habitat for Humanity inside a Junior Achievement Center. So we're right here in the Junior Achievement Center. That is a fabulous, if you haven't
Right over
been
there
there,
off
you
the,
should
the old Evans area right there.
Yep, it's right there. And we also are the first Habitat for Humanity to open up what I called the Community Engagement Center, where we offer education classes not just to the families that are working with us to become homeowners, but the entire community. So there's everything from nutrition classes to digital literacy, financial literacy, horticulture classes. And so we're just expanding that, estate planning, insurance questions, first-time home buyer education. So we're really trying to help people become more aware of the resources that are out there, the education that's required to be able to move forward and buy their own homes, whether they're working with us or not. So I'm really proud of that for us.
Okay, excellent. And we're talking about it's not just a home building organization. We have a restore, right? And you've done some incredible things to turn that around this year as well. We have some excellent staff and some board members who have put a lot of really great work into this, and the numbers are looking great.
Yeah,
understand. So where's that restore at, and what is that exactly for those who don't know?
The restore is located at 3112 Washington Road. It's in the old Piccadilly Shopping Center for you longtime Augusta folks. You can find anything from home goods, some building supplies like paint, doors, windows. I've seen some golf club sets in there. So anyone looking to get into the game, you can find some sets for cheap, furniture.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's some nice clubs.
Find treasures, build futures. That's what our man Tom Reed put as the slogan for it. So
one more time on that. What's the slogan?
Find treasures, build futures.
Build
I love that. So,
great.
whether you're donating or you're coming in to shop with us, it's all supporting the Habitat mission.
Yep.
You can find out more opportunities there to get involved, whether it's volunteering in our restore or in some of the construction projects. It's a great place to be, great place to get involved. Again, our community engagement center's there, so you can, learn things to better yourself and your family. And it's just a great place.
And we're carrying clothing now, so that's exciting.
We are.
Excellent. I like it. So, and are there any, it's essentially, this is like if it's not super clear already, like this is just kind of a play off of Goodwill, right? Same thing, but maybe some more expansive supplies and things, right? I like the fact that you can get there's like paint and doors and windows.
Yeah, so some of the product that we have is purchased product. Most of it is donated, but like the paint is a company called Green Sheen that is committed to the Habitat mission.
Okay.
So they donate all of the paint for our homes for free.
Okay.
We carry it in the store. It's high quality paint at a really good price.
Okay.
So we have some contractors that order from us, and so we can pull it together and get it to them. So that's the paint is Green Sheen. We have flooring coming that you can buy in full pallets to do an entire home. So flooring is on its way. We have all the paint supplies. We have more purchased product coming in, but mostly we survive on the donations, and we utilize that to, cover the cost of the restore, but the job of the restore is to help us build the homes.
Okay.
So people come in and they volunteer with us, and they get to see sort of how the mission works. So
okay. And so if I want to donate say I'm a builder and I have extra supplies and I just want to do something with it that's good. What's the best way I can get in touch with you guys for that? And how do I best donate for the logistics side of that?
We have a link right on our website. So augustahabitat.org. If you just do /restore, or you can find that in the navigation at the top, there will be information on there about how you can submit for a pickup. Again, you can also bring your items by the store. It's open Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. But anything that you have questions about, you can go through the form right on the website. And typically we'll ask you to send a few pictures, a little description of what you're looking to donate. And we'll tell you what we can and cannot accept. On most cases, we can take most things that are in, good, working order. And, we just appreciate the generosity of our community. It's what we survive on.
And that website one more time is
augustahabitat.org.
I love it. Okay. So Bernadette, you mentioned earlier, you're really proud of the education. That's a big initiative you had coming in. And there was a massive event y'all had, was maybe almost a year ago. Maybe it was like early the beginning of 2024, but the Kroc Center.
Oh, the information session. Yeah.
The information. Tell me a little bit about that and what y'all do.
So the information session was really for people who were interested in the home ownership program. And it was almost a little bittersweet moment, which I'll explain. We, over 3 different information sessions, served 698 families that came through the door.
Wow.
And everybody's like, that's
698. 698 families.
Yeah. And so the bittersweet part is we can't help them all. And so out of that, right, so you have to say no to some people, and that you don't go into nonprofit, you don't go into helping people to say no. Right. You want to help everyone. So a little bit of what happened there was sort of the birthing of the idea of the Community Engagement Center. If I can't help you, how can I connect you with other people that can help you? And we have so many wonderful resources here in the CSRA that it seemed like, well, how do we create a space where we can further our initiative to educate, but allow other people to come in. So the Department of Health comes in and they hold classes there as well. It's open to, if you're a teenager and you need a place to have your, high school group meet, you can also use the Community Engagement Center. So it's really there to serve the community as a whole. And some of that came from having to turn away so many people from the program.
Yeah.
And how do we help them? Right.
So, if I am looking to Habitat for help, for assistance, right? How do I make myself the most ideal candidate?
Yeah, I don't know that there's an answer to that. The process is that they have to a potential.
How do I start the process to find out?
Yeah, so we will open up on our website the information sessions. You have to attend an information session. When you attend the information session, you show your ID, we check you in, and we assign you an application number.
Okay.
And so then you will receive an invite to apply, and you have to reference your application number. And that's how we know you went to the information session.
Okay.
Because it's, again, usually my first question is, how many of you think we're just giving away free homes? And they put their hands up like, that's not what we do. They'll get up and leave, right? That's not the program they were looking for. And that's fine. Everybody has a different need that they're searching for. So we try to really provide a lot of information of what it actually is like to go through the Habitat program so that we can find people who are really motivated. As I tell the staff all the time, our job is to present an opportunity that someone can take advantage of. It's up to them to go through the process and take advantage of that opportunity.
And this is, and make it this clearly, this is, the Habitat organization is not going into a neighborhood and giving away a free home.
No,
there's just no way to make that feasible. The person who moves into this home is really experiencing a true mortgage process. They're going in, they're qualifying, and they're making payments.
That's right.
On this home, and they have to be, very prudent with these payments and on time and such, and they follow a lot of the same rules and restrictions as normal home ownership. And there's consequences when they don't live their inside, they don't live up to their side of the bargain. But fortunately, they're working through a nonprofit, and so there's some great advantages that can allow someone who may not typically qualify for a very strict, rigorous, normal process. Like you're talking about the red tape to just get involved with borrowing from a bank. Right. We can go to this organization and maybe we can make it work then.
Yeah. So I think one of the myths we need to get off the table right away is we sell our homes at market value. So we're not affecting anybody's home prices when we build in your community. In fact, we're probably helping you because we're getting something more on the tax roll. We're getting, effective, not effective, but responsible homeowners. And they've gone through a 12 to 18 month program with us. We have a fabulous partnership with Security Federal Bank, who does all of our financial counseling for everyone.
Yep,
So they've
love them.
spent all of this time working with a financial counselor to get themselves ready for home ownership.
Can you do me a real quick favor? And in that camera, I want you to repeat that. A home going into your neighborhood through Habitat may actually be a benefit to you for your property's value if that's a concern.
Yeah. I mean, so
Or just
we
repeat
build
that.
where there are no homes, right? So we build on vacant land. And when we do that, we're putting on the tax rolls. It's helping our community. It's helping your neighborhood. We are building at market value. So we are right in line with what you're doing. When someone buys a house next to you now, you have no idea. You know nothing about them. But if it's a Habitat homeowner, you know that they've done a 12 to 18 month program under rules and guidelines. They are ready to be homeowners. They have gone through the financial ringer. They've gone through sweat equity hours with us. They have gone through learning about how to be a homeowner, home maintenance, what other resources are available to help them. So we really feel like we are preparing people for home ownership in a unique way that really gives them the best chance at stability.
That's a serious dedication. That sounds like my perfect client. I'd love to work with that person.
Right?
Half mine aren't as dedicated as they should be. I love it.
Yeah. It's a commitment, right?
Yep.
The thing to think about too is like it takes 12 to 18 months to go through the program. Now, I'm sure that washed over all of you when I said that. But remember, 12 to 18 months, they're still living in the conditions that brought them to come to be with us. Either their homes are a wreck, or there's mold, or maybe they don't have the best landlord. Maybe they have children who are disabled and they've got 4 people living in a bedroom designed for one. They're going through this program committed, even though they're living like that still. Think about that. What must that feel like in 12 to 18 months? Yeah. So I really have the utmost respect for the people we work with. I just think they're amazing.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. And this upcoming year, we're looking. What's the goal of the of the organization? What are some of our big goals we have for home ownership?
Yeah. So we're redesigning the home ownership program now. So I'm working with a bunch of nonprofits to create a program where, as a group and a cohort, the existing prospective homeowners are going together to volunteer at, say, Golden Harvest, Gap Ministries, Christ Community Health, where they can learn about the other resources that are in town, but also create a bonding experience for themselves.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So one of the things we're really looking to do is to create a little more of a family type environment amongst the homeowners themselves. So with the new homeowners, that's what we're doing with the older, not older in terms of age, just in terms of when they purchase their home, homeowners, the existing homeowners, creating sort of a once a quarter get together and let's talk about it and let's see what their problems are, right? Our job isn't just to put them in the home and walk away. Our job is to help them with stability, right? You can get anybody in a house, but how do you keep them in a home, right? And so we're trying to make sure that we are servicing that population properly and doing a good job at it. So we're going to be looking for a lot of feedback from our families this year. And so, every year, right? So we're looking to just improve how we're servicing not just our build program, our construction program, and grow that. We definitely want to do that. But we're not doing a service to the families if we're not paying attention and really hearing them when they talk to us about where their issues are and where they're struggling.
Okay, excellent. And so, Will, I'm going to give you a few questions for you.
Sure.
Give you some kind of time to talk, stretch those vocal cords.
I was just really enjoying hearing everyone else.
Very soothing voice over there. Very soothing voice. So Will, so you're a little bit new to this role, right?
Correct.
And you're with business development.
Sure.
So education, obviously. You got a new website, right? It's just like a shiny new website.
Yeah.
Is that Tom's doing?
Tom led the charge on that.
Shout out Tom.
Definitely
Reed.
Shout out to Tom Reed. AugustaHabitat.org is been up and live. The current version for about 90 days now, and we're very proud of it. Trying to put more information out in the community. Again, my role, I think, was what you were getting at. It's a combination of communications, marketing, community partnerships, fundraising aspects, also helping to organize larger volunteer groups. We've had some great interest from folks out at Fort Eisenhower.
Okay.
Coming through, and John Deere. We've had a few other big companies, so it's a great. I make the joke, but I'm like, if you'd like a team building exercise that's not laser tag, we can hook you up on that, and it's really great because yes, we've got the construction projects, but we also know that's not for everyone, and so there are other opportunities either in the restore. In some cases, we're getting volunteers to teach some of the classes in the community engagement center. There's lots of ways you can get involved and give back. So that's a big component of what I'm doing. And luckily for the squirrel that I am, it's a lot of different sort of activities and initiatives in a week, if not in a day. So really always something you can dive into, and we just keep it pushing.
I like it. It's gonna be an exciting year for us, especially you at the helm. And they got some really big ideas. The creative juice is flowing. It's gonna be good.
Very, very, very excited. And I think 25 is going to be a big year for us.
I'm excited. I love it. So one of the big things, and that's going to help your organization, obviously, is you build homes where there are no homes, right?
Right.
If I'm a property owner, once again, I want to help do some good in my community. What's the best way? And it's probably through the website, right? But how do I know if I'm a good fit, like from a land perspective?
Do you mean to donate your land?
Right.
To
so
us?
If I want to donate your land, or come bring, who do I go to? What's the best way to do this?
So I would make a phone call to me at the office, and you can find the phone number on the website or at 706-481-8681, and let us know. And what we'll do is our guys go out there and they look at it, and they'll just tell you whether or not we can, we run a check, we do everything that we need to do to ensure that it's a buildable lot.
Okay.
But we have a lot of people who donate land on the regular. Like, it's great. And we're so grateful.
Okay. And we're just, and so we have a bunch of land. So that's box one. What's our next box we're trying to check as an organization to make sure that we're able to achieve our goals with these actual like homes, the physical structure?
Yeah. So we work really hard to, you met Will and what he's doing, but we also, Tom Reed is an incredible, valuable asset to us. He is our director of resource development, and he's out there hunting and applying for grants on a regular basis for us, and he's doing a bang up job.
Okay.
Donations and funds are what are required to build homes. Unlike regular developers who are amazing, we are not really turning a profit on the back end. We are holding the mortgage ourselves. So we're holding a no interest mortgage ourselves. So we will sink, let's say it's $100,000 to build a house. We all know that's not the right number, but to keep it simple, we'll sink $100,000 into building a home. And at the closing, we take on a mortgage.
Yeah.
Right. So we don't walk away from the table with $150,000. We walk away with a mortgage. So when people donate to us, whether it's time, materials, or funds, always good. We utilize that to help build the home. So anytime anybody wants to donate any of that's a big box to check, is to find the funds.
Can I donate land for you? Like, I know it's probably not like a really suitable build site for habitat, but I just want to say, hey, here's my land that I'm not using. I just want to get rid of it for whatever reason as my own. But I know that you can then take that and then do something else with it to generate income. Is that even a thing? I don't know. I'm asking.
So no, we usually will only take land that's buildable.
Okay.
I am a firm believer, and it's not great to just hold on to empty lots for a long time, that our community needs to see growth and development. So if it's not something we can build on, there's not really much that we could do with it.
Okay.
So we're more focused on that, but we might be able to help you find a resource where somebody could make use of that.
Okay. Where are we seeing the most activity for like this organization in terms of like on a geographical level? Where are we seeing the most impact right now? Where are we seeing maybe the most need?
Well, most need and most impact are probably, it's all of Augusta could use some great impact. And I think our city's doing a great job. And I think the developers around town are doing a great job. So I'm super excited to see the growth that's coming in Augusta. We are currently in South Augusta over on the Richmond Hill area. And then we're about to do 2 homes over on Hummingbird Lane over there by Augusta Tech. So,
Okay.
and we've got some properties scattered round and about. So, we just move around where we can find the property and create a community. We really don't like to build a one offer. We like to kind of, build several in the same location and just sort of create that bond with our families. And the communities love it. They're great. They'll come out and start helping us do stuff.
Just
It's
show up
really
on site.
it's really funny to watch the shift. Like, oh no, they're building a habitat house here. And then when we educate them, they're like, we love habitat. Like, how do we? So it's really interesting to watch the shift in people, and they become some of the best volunteers we have.
How do I know when a habitat home is being built in my area? Does a sign go up?
Yep. A sign goes up, and actually we are now ordering additional signs. So they'll be on all of our vacant properties. That'll show that a habitat house is coming.
I love it. I love it.
We do too.
And I'm just, once again, I'm trying to ask questions that hopefully someone out there is listening can, if there's an opportunity for you guys, we've had this big hurricane come through, and in my own field, I'm seeing a lot of properties. There's a lot of damage. A lot of property homeowners don't have the need, the want, the money, the motivation, whatever it is, once again, to deal with this property. And it may make sense for multiple different reasons to contact you guys. I know y'all do mostly ground up, but y'all don't do any kind of like existing structure renovations.
So that is not something that prior to my arrival, I think was being done at this affiliate. It is something we're looking into, but again, we are a nonprofit, so we are funding based. With respect to the hurricane itself, Tom is working on a couple of grants that are available through our community foundation to try the community foundation of the CSRA. Fantastic organization. We love them. We are working to put in 2 grants with them specific to Hurricane Helene. When the storm first came, we put on our website a link to the Community Foundation's website where they were collecting for Hurricane Helene. In our opinion, we had a conversation about it, and we just thought, they are more connected to the community, all of the resources here. They know better what those needs are. We are housing based only. So we sent everyone off to the Community Foundation to put their funds there. And so now it's back. We have our own link on our site for ourselves, or we're about to if we don't.
Right.
Okay. And so we are now actively trying to work on how do we help not just our homeowners, but other people in the community, because we know from our own homeowners that the inability to pay their deductible, or that by paying their deductible, they couldn't pay their mortgage, or they couldn't pay their car payment or food for their kids, or there's still some real needs out there. Even though I think we've only gone through phase 1 of the hurricane. I think there are several more phases of impact that are coming down the road. And so we like to say that we're a proactive organization and not a reactive organization. So we're trying to think ahead to what else is coming down the pike and how can we help. So we are looking at a repair program, but again, funding would be the most important part of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
biggest obstacles always nonprofits, right? Is funding.
Right.
Funding. What are some other if you take that out, like what's kind of some big challenges we're going to have for your organization coming up?
I don't think of them as challenges. I think of them as opportunities.
I love it.
So
I love it.
I would say I don't feel that we have a lot of challenges. I'm just thinking our biggest challenge will be having to hire some new staff to cover all the growth that's coming down the pike. So
okay.
If you want to call that a challenge, I think it's an opportunity to grow and develop and serve our community a little bit better. Will, thoughts?
I agree. I mean, I think building out the team, finding the right folks for that, especially with some of the lofty goals of just expanding the impact that we're hoping to do. I think that will be a big thing. But we find the right team. It just means we can do even more good on a day-to-day basis. And that's again, I think everyone comes to it with that sort of heart and hope of you just really want to have a positive impact on the the community that's. I can only speak for myself, but I mean, this community has given me the world. So if I can get back to it, I mean, that should be my, number one goal.
Okay.
So I think one of the things that my grandmother was born and raised here in Augusta, actually one of the founding members for our Irish American Heritage Society that's here. So whoop, whoop. Go Irish. I've been here a long time, in and out. I moved here in 2009. and I've been in nonprofit the entire time. The change that I've seen in the want, desire, and focus of our community to de-silo and work together is fantastic, especially over the last couple of years. We have some movers and shakers in this community that are really making an impact. Kim Evans with the Boys and Girls Club, the Community Foundation, Shell Knox-Berry, right? Rebecca Wallace, Lasima Dermott. Those guys are killing it over there. Hello, Dr. Jermaine Worrell. Like, right, if you're ever feeling cocky about yourself, just go look at his LinkedIn page and you'll come right back down to earth.
Yep.
I mean, we have a
We
lot
love
of
him.
people in this community that are really making a difference and making an impact now. And they're learning that we go farther if we go together, right? What's the saying? All boats rise in high tide, right?
High tide rises all ships.
Something of that ilk, right? And I think for me, as someone who's in nonprofit and committed to my nonprofit, it's so inspiring to be able to call somebody and they'll pick up the phone and they'll want to work with you. You might not know exactly what that looks like, but you're willing to have a conversation and sit down and talk about it, right? How are we going to do a better job? And again, that's where I think the Community Foundation with their program coordinating that they're doing over there has done a brilliant job of connecting nonprofits that might not know about each other. So all of that to say, I think that's the lofty goals, or how do we serve more? We serve by learning how we can support somebody else in our community, another nonprofit in our community. So
I love it. I love it. Speaking of, let's take it back to the are there any big supporting organizations you'd like to give a little shout out to?
yes.
Can we talk about those people? I don't know.
Yes.
I should know.
We have some look, we have a lot of individual donors who are amazing. They are wonderful. They give all the time, but we have a lot of organizations that support us both financially or maybe with services or both. Security Federal, Phil Wall, Gabi Dukes and their team right here are fantastic. They've been super supportive of us. Wells Fargo, right? And Christie and her group are fantastic. State Farm, Bank of America, Marissa Smith and her crew, love them. They're fantastic. They just did that neighborhood champion. Shout out to Rebecca at Locally Grown for winning it. Yay, you. I know, that was fantastic. I was so excited. John Deere showed up and cleared property for us after the hurricane. They just, how can we serve you? How can we help? John Deere showed up. We also got a very large grant from the John Deere Foundation. So we just couldn't do it if people didn't believe in us. And so hopefully we're doing the work to inspire people to continue to believe in us and ignite more faith in the program that we're doing and the contribution it's making to our community.
Certainly. And even beyond those that are more on a financial level, we've got two large volunteer groups, the Geezers and the Frogs. I would like to clarify the Geezers gave themselves that name. That was not of our own volition.
Please don't cancel us.
But we truly couldn't do a lot of our, day-to-day projects, whether it's construction or, helping out around the restore without those guys. So they're really in a lot of ways the backbone of what we do on a day-to-day. So,
and the Frog stands for Faithful Retired Old Guys Serving. The Geezers are just the Geezers. And that's
I'm just picturing like one group showing up and the other group showing, they're kind of like facing down each other on the street, or in who gets to work on the house or something like that.
The Sharks versus the Jets.
The Sharks versus the Jets. No, they're a cohesive crew. They get along. They love each other. It's sort of like us with Turn Back the Block. Ashley Brown over at Turn Back the Block. I love me some Ashley Brown. I love sitting down with her and talking. So to me, it's how do we help each other? Not no animosity happening across the fences here.
Yeah, so Turn Back the Block and Habitat, sort of the same concept, right? They're just a very, very specific area.
Yeah.
Right. They're very hyper local.
Yeah.
What's the interaction there? Like how do we help everybody with?
Well, we're working on different ways that we can work together, but mostly it's a lot of, Ashley and I probably meet about once a month and we talk and we collaborate, and it's a unique field, right? Costs go up, costs go down, it's crazy. And she's just doing such an amazing job over there. I'm just such a big fan and such a big supporter, but it's just generally that, lending each other support. The Frogs actually came from Turn Back the Block. So, which is kind of fun. And we did a joint Wells Fargo grant. We each got a grant from Wells Fargo. And so we did a build day all together for Turn Back the Block and Habitat on one of our sites. So, wherever we can, we'll just jump in there and do it. Ashley's fabulous.
Absolutely. I think I was probably 3 weeks into working with Habitat, and she invited me over to just kind of give me the lay of the land and, say, what can I do to help you? And I thought that was just fantastic.
Yeah, and we're starting a youth board this year. So we're going to have we're doing it in two ways. We're doing it with the high schools. We're also doing it at the college level in coordination with Augusta Tech.
Okay.
And Ashley, who already has one, has been super generous with the information and helping Will kind of get that up and running.
What is a youth board?
What is a youth board?
I'm not young anymore.
So it's the high school level. So sort of our plan for it is in the high school level, we'll invite freshmen through seniors to be a part of the youth board. The youth board usually comes in, they learn about who we are, what we do, and they promote it. They come up with their own fundraiser. They get to be involved in what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
One of them will be invited to sit on our board, obviously no non-voting, but we'll be able to come in and sit and see how a board runs. So it's kind of a little bit of a leadership building opportunity. And so we're going to be doing the same thing at the college. Okay. And so it'll be kind of this fun thing where we'll oversee the college will oversee the high school, and it'll all cohesively come together. I'm kind of really excited about it.
I like that.
Education.
And I'm assuming the answer's on the very shiny new website. But if I was a high school or college kid, listening in, how do I get more information on that?
That again, as we get more firm details on the program, will be all posted on the website. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Typically, any kind of announcement like that will run through there.
What are those handles?
So Augusta Habitat is on Instagram, and then Habitat for Humanity Augusta on our friendly neighborhood Facebook machine.
Love that. Okay, excellent. All right, so what we're going to do now is we end every episode with the same question. We'll try to gear it towards the guests. So for both of you guys, going into 2025, what is one thing you were just super jazzed, super excited about for the organization, but maybe the organization's impact in the city, or for how about the city itself? What's something you're really excited about for Augusta in 2025?
Well, let's get our jazz hands going so that we can be in the zone for this.
Y'all sync the jazz hands. Come on.
Oh yeah. So, honestly, for me, just on the community level, I don't want to get off on a bittersweet note, but just getting this hurricane behind us, and I'd like to see, some places like driving through Walton Way or the front gates to the Somerville campus at AU. Just want to see some of that back to normalcy, and I think just getting everyone back into the, stable mindset of being able to then in turn give back to our community. And so that's just kind of my hope for everyone, and something I'm, personally excited to see. Like I've said before, I'm self-proclaimed biggest fan of Augusta. And so I want to see us do well and everything.
Get back your backyard studio up and running.
That would be nice.
Biggest tragedy I've so I was like, no, I saw the photos. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we get the daily updates.
We'll be making noise back there sooner than later.
Good,
so,
good.
Yeah.
How about you, Bernadette?
Well, I obviously align with Will's. I mean, I've been referring to this season as the Hurricane, right? It's the holiday, but we're kind of post-hurricane, so it's the Hurricane season.
Hurricane?
Hurricane, right?
Hurricane.
Hurricane season. And I think... I think that this was something that was so unexpected for Augusta. I think so many people are, coming up to this season and just don't have the funds to do what they've previously done. And they're having to learn new ways to celebrate, like things they hadn't previously thought of. So I definitely think that's true. But for the organization in 2025, there's a lot coming down the pike, and I'm really excited about it. And I think, if I'm correct, Augusta is the second largest city in the state of Georgia. And I'm super excited that Habitat is jumping on board and starting to prove that, starting to show that. So I'm really excited.
I love it. And real quick, is it coming down the pipe or coming down the pike?
I say pike. Am I wrong? Is it the pipe?
$1 bet on this?
No, I don't bet money.
Producers backer.
I mean, Tom's losing pretty consistently today. Ask Tom what the answer is.
First person to answer that in the comments below will personally get a thank you from me in the same comments below. We ran out of gift card budget. Anyways.
They can have a Build the Band hat.
We'll give you a Build the Band hat. Yes. Thank y'all, guys. Thank y'all so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Thank you for what you're doing for the area. Yeah. It's incredible. One more time, what's the Will, give us the best contact, email, website, phone number, all that for anyone who's interested in helping out, volunteering, donating, giving money, and anything at all.
Sure. For anything and everything Augusta CSRA Habitat for Humanity, just head on over to augustahabitat.org.
Everything's on that site.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank y'all so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Appreciate it.